Planners and bullet journals, art projects organized, planner chic.
Well, hello planner babes, and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and select the bell for notifications. Well, first, I want to thank all my Patreon members who help make it possible to create videos like this. Well, thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. Okay, you guys, it's One Book July. I'm so excited. I think I skipped last year. I've done it every year except one year. I think it came out in 2014. I think. But if you haven't heard of it, it is a challenge that started with a YouTuber named Romany's Realm. Her channel is Romany's Realm, and she just kind of got together with a couple of other YouTubers and wanted to encourage everyone to kind of step away from all of the extra with the different color pens and the stickers and markers and all that stuff, and just see how well you can do in reaching your planning goals with one book and one pen. But then it has evolved into all different types of ways to challenge yourself. You didn't have to do one book. You really never had to do one book. It's always up to you to just challenge yourself to do something different for the month of July and see what you can do that maybe can improve or just take a break or whatever from your normal way of planning. And then I think year before last, now I might be not right on the year, one was bullet journaling and reading the bullet journal method book, which I did that challenge that year. And one year it was like, just have a project. You could do either one book and one pen, or you could do a project or both, but you can do whatever you want. It's just really challenging you to challenge yourself. And then this year I decided to participate again. And I'm going to primarily be working in these three and challenging myself a little bit. So I'll tell you what that means, because of course it's not one book or one pen, but it is a really good challenge for me to really reach some important milestones this month. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start with this one. We'll move these other ones over to the side, but this is the traveler's notebook that I DIY'd and took with me to Iceland, and I was supposed to take it to Tokyo in 2020, but of course we know what happened there. And I've shared this, flipped through this for our trip when my husband and I went to Vegas and when my son and I went to Iceland this year in 2021, and it was set up for traveling specifically. So I had my passport in there, and I had journals or inserts that I had made out of number 10 envelopes from junk mail, and had everything set up in there for traveling. And so I really enjoyed that experience so much, of having everything that I needed in this one book, which is kind of the original plan for what a traveler's notebook was supposed to be. But I liked having everything that I needed while I was gone every day, all in this one place. Now, I can't do that here at home because I'm not on vacation, and I definitely do more than just what I would do when I'm traveling. But as far as what goes in my purse, this is revolutionary. I've done this before in the past. It's been a long time since I've had a traveler's notebook as a wallet. This is basically a pocket wide. Sometimes I call it a passport, which is not what it is, but they're really close in size. But this is a pocket wide that I DIY'd. And so this goes in my purse now. I just started using it. Today is the 1st. I set it all up in time to start using it on the 1st. So what I had been doing is I had been carrying my purse with also a Hobonichi Techo with the calendar, and of course it has the daily and monthly pages, and I would bring like my bullet journal with me when I go for my allergy shots, and also a bag, my go bag, for me to work in there. And sometimes it was just too much. Other times it wasn't, if I was really working on a project, but the main thing is that I wasn't really using my Hobonichi Techo. I was only using it for the calendar, and I had intended to sketch in it every day, which I did do quite a bit of sketching, but not enough to have that whole planner with me because most of the time I was not doing that. So and plus I had my wallet in my purse too. So I had my wallet and I had my Hobonichi Techo, and it was just too much. So this is my wallet and my everything in my purse. Traveler's notebook now. So let me show you how I did it. So I moved my pencil that was in the back to the front, and I switched out my Tombow mono pen for a Pigma Micron because for the most part I won't be sketching or doodling in here, but I will some, but it's just not the primary purpose of this. This is my wallet and on the go, right? So I got my pen loop, which I added when I shared a haul on a live, and I'll link that for you guys across the screen in iCard. And I just tucked in one of my journaling cards that I made a long time ago that I used to sell in my Etsy shop. So that's right there. And I've got my little ollie clip, which, you know, comes in handy for little things like this and anything else I might want to tuck into that space. All right, and then these two pieces are wallet stuff, so I'm not going to show my IDs or my debit cards and that kind of thing, but that's what's in here. These are two wallet inserts. It has two places for two cards on either side, which I ordered from Amazon, and I'll link that for you guys. And then this was a dashboard that I made. It was in here. I showed it before for my setup for going to Iceland, and I made this a long time ago as well. And then I just used some extra elastic that I had to hold them closed so that I could, you know, flip through this in a video, or if I wanted to show someone in person my setup, then I could, and I wouldn't be like this or oops, you saw that kind of thing. So that just worked out really well. This is a craft folder that I made and showed before as well that I used to have in my Etsy shop back when I had an Etsy shop. Okay, and then this is my calendar that I set up. So this insert was originally just a little notebook from Dollar Tree that a friend of mine DIY'd a cover for and sent to me years ago. So I put the sticker on here. This is a wall sticker from, not sticker, I guess they're wall, what do they call it? The wall stuff that's removable from Dollar Tree that comes in those sets. And so that's on the front. And then this also came from that set of wall stickers or whatever, what have you, on the back. But she covered it with this beautiful paper, which I really love. All of the cacti on here is so pretty. Yeah, and she did a very good job. She did like a set of 3, might have been 4. And this paper here, same thing with the cacti and those butterflies. Oh, I just realized I'm touching them. I thought those butterflies were on the paper, but these are actually stickers she added. So that's perfect. So she added these stickers, I added this sticker, and I added that sticker. And I think it looks really well. So this is just a plain old line notebook from Dollar Tree. And then I just set this up as a traveler's notebook. I'm sorry, as a bullet journal insert. And so I just drew, I sat there and relaxed and listened to some podcasts while I drew this out. So I started with August, since this is July for 2021, and I went all the way through December of 2022. Now I probably won't still be able to use the same insert that long, but oh well, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed doing it. So I just drew them out. I just wrote the first letter of each day of the week. I didn't measure it or anything, and then I just wrote the number days for the calendar. I used colored pencil to color the months over in the year, and then if it was a holiday, I put a red circle. These are Prismacolor color pencils. And then if it was a birthday or anniversary, I put a blue box around the date. And so then if it was blue, I put a blue dot and the day and the name of the person's birthday. If it was a holiday, I put a red dot and then the holiday. Yeah. And so yeah, that was really relaxing and enjoyable. Sometimes I would forget to put 2 lines between each month in case I needed more room. Because of course I'll be writing in future appointments and things in there, but I did leave the back side blank so that I would have room for anything that I might need to add. And so yeah, I just did that for each month, and I really like the way it turned out. So I better not have too many appointments in February, but again, I have the bag. Yeah. So February, I just know so many people with birthdays in February, and mine is in February as well, February 21st. Shout, like this video if your birthday's in February. All right, and so we just continue. And this was so easy, and if you're like, oh, that would take too long, I promise you it doesn't. If you're listening to something or watching a YouTube video or Netflix or what have you, before you know it, you'll be done with this. You can watch a movie or listen to a movie, listen to one of your favorites where you already know all the lines, and you'll be done in a minute. Okay, and then here comes the month, so of July. This was so easy, you guys. You can do this. You just take some, I took some scrap paper, craft paper that I had that was two-sided, and then I just laminated it, and then when I cut the lamination around it, I cut all the way through this part, and then I just cut extra. So I didn't even write this month at first, but you could do that. You could just, no, you couldn't. Yeah, so I put this paper in there, I laminated it, and then when I cut it out, I left extra up here to be able to write this month, which I just did with a Sharpie marker from Dollar Tree, and it just fits right there. So to find the size, I just sat the insert down on the paper, traced it, and then when I cut it out, I cut inside about 1/4 inch, or maybe not quite 1/4 inch inside, because I knew this needed to be smaller because it was going to be laminated on the outside and it needed to be able to fit in this space. So there we go. That was so easy. And then I just took my micron and doodled a flag and put July 2021, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think it looks really cute. Okay, and then I just drew out the month. Now, the markers that I used to do the flag were not Tombow dual brush pens. They were, of course, even the Tombow red always bleeds. I mean, tends not, well, it doesn't tend to bleed. It tends to take forever to dry. But these were some inexpensive markers that I just wanted to use. I wasn't thinking about how they were probably going to bleed, but that's okay. So I drew out the month. I colored the title with colored pencil and the days of the week, and colored in the day or the numbered day on the calendar with a green. And then I just wrote in a few appointments, and I penciled in the doodles that I'm going to do each day. I found a doodle prompt from doodlewash.com. It was actually for June, but I was like, no big deal, I can use it for July. And so yeah, so I haven't, today is the first, and I haven't doodled yet, but that's for lemonade. And then let's put you back in here for the month. All right, and then for the week, I just set it up like I would or have been doing in my big bullet journal this past week. The way I did it was I just, okay, girl, you tripping. All right. So then I just put the date up here, and then I put my daily scripture readings here. So I've read them through today, Thursday, and then things that I want to accomplish this week that I don't need to necessarily do on a specific date, I put right here, but this week, but not necessarily Monday, Tuesday, whatever. My shopping list for this week, and then each day, the things that I need to do. So I've checked off. Today's Thursday. I still have a couple of things left to do. And then that's what I'm going to do. Now I might use some stickers or some other things going forward, but so simple. I can't believe I haven't been doing this. But I do love bullet journaling, and I used to always bullet journal in a traveler's notebook when I first started, and then eventually I went to A5 books. But man, I think I might be going all the way back to this and in this small size. So we'll see what July does. And then sometimes I get bored, you know, and I switch things up. But yeah, and so then I did the same thing for this one marker, but it's for this week. And so I put the tab on the right side instead of at the top. Yeah. And then I have my little coin bag that I bought. I shared this in a live video as well. And this one always wants to drop whenever I'm showing it, but when I've got it in my purse, it doesn't. So this is where you can put some cash, some bills, which I really never have, and then some, not that I never have any money, but I don't usually carry any cash. And then there's a little pocket there, and then there is a zipper bag here. And then this is a craft folder that I made a long time ago, also from my Etsy shop. And then this insert came from my friend John Rush. He has a YouTube channel called Planning with John. He's awesome. Check him out. He is the mastermind of Traveler's Notebooks. And this, I added some Dollar Tree stickers that had a mermaid theme. So this cute, beautiful turtle and this beautiful seahorse lady. And then I'm just using it to write things and things that I would normally jot down in my prayer journal or my Bible study, Traveler's Notebook Bible Bullet Journal. I'm still using those as references this month because I do have plenty of information in there. I do have my primary calendar for the month of what Bible scriptures I'm to read that month, prayers based on scripture. And so I'm still using those as references, especially when I pray with my husband in the mornings. But when I write down and do a study this month, I'm doing it all in here. And these pages are so beautiful. Look at that. This is from Cocoa Daisy that he had a subscription. I don't know if he still does. But Grit and Grace. Look how beautiful these are. I just love it. Beautiful pages, page after page of beautiful watercolor. And so I also might doodle or sketch in here as well. Eat glitter for breakfast, then shine all day. I love that. Oh, look how pretty that is. I could do an awesome doodle right there. So these are just really nice. So love the bike and the flowers. So yeah, so I'm going to be using this, and then and it's just more of the same beautifulness. And then there's the other pocket for the craft folder, and then that is another ollie clip and pocket. And so this is what is in my purse right now. It's my wallet. It's everything I need. You know, it's everything I need. Yeah. All right. So let's look into the next thing. And that is my Spanish notebook. I don't know if that's not actually what I decided I was going to call it. I was going to call it Lucinda's Spanish Study Notebook. But I think I've shared before. I know I have shared before in the past that I had 2 years of Spanish in high school, and then I tested out of 10 credit hours when I went to college, and then I got a minor. When I got my bachelor's degree, I minored in Spanish. And then I used to attend a Spanish-speaking church and led praise and worship and all that. And then I did use some of it in the military, and then, you know, life happened. I did less and less, wasn't using it, and so I started getting back into it. And this year, 2021, is the first year that I started getting back into it seriously, where I have an accountability partner and everything. So I've been taking notes and practicing listening and conversing and all these different things in a planner that I had that someone had sent me, but it wasn't conducive for what I needed to do. And so I said I need to really set something up that works for me for where I am in my stage and where I want to be. So I made this A5 cover in a previous video using a Dollar Tree reusable grocery bag and all this fun stuff. And so I am going to, for July, I'm going to finish setting this up. So I have I've basically set it all up, but it'll make sense what I need to do. So these are some of those Dollar Tree stickers that went with the mermaid theme that I mentioned earlier. I love them so much. And this just says Cuaderno de Estudio Español de Lucinda. So, Cuaderno de Estudio Español de Lucinda. So it means Lucinda's Spanish Study Notebook. And what I did is, in the other book, as I was learning new vocabulary, new verbs, or different ways to say things, as opposed to how I was used to saying them and really getting more fluent in the language, I had a section in there where I was putting those in like my own little dictionary. So of vocabulary. So el vocabulario is what this was going to be a section, but I wound up using the whole book for that. And so what I did is I took 4 pages, 2 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is A for Spanish, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 is A for English. And so what I'm doing is transferring everything that was from that other book and then having plenty of room to add new vocabulary, new verbs, new phrases, multiple ways to use the same verb, all those different things. And I did that, and it was really enjoyable, actually. These repetitive experiences, I seem to like them. So I actually took some paper from a package of something that came. I don't remember what it was, but it's kind of got that same type of surface like a milk carton. And I just said, oh, this is why it'll work perfectly. And so I just cut it into some tabs and used some Tombow Dual Brush pens to color them. And so I've got all the alphabet here, and everything is broken up in this whole notebook. And this book came when I ordered a bag to hold planner stuff in. It came with it, and that was perfect. Yeah, so that is what that is. And then this is a dashboard that I made a long time ago. It was really fun years ago. Wow. And then craft folder I made a long time ago as well when I had my Etsy shop. And then this was actually 3, and I'll show you the other one. This was one of those things that you can buy. I know I'm shining here while the lamination, that is a trifold, and it has all the different rules and everything for a language. You can get it for math, you can get it for history, you can get it for English. And I ordered this one on Amazon. And I just cut them apart and then folded them so that they would fit into these craft folders. So that is there. So I got those 2, and then I have one, there's the other side of that dashboard, which I did a good job on this dashboard a long time ago, y'all. It's so pretty. Okay, quit admiring it. Oh, but it's like I want to look at it one more time because it's so pretty. And I didn't even run it through the laminator. I used some of that clear sheet protector stuff, and it's held up so well for so many years. I don't even remember how long ago I made that. And then one of my subscribers and Patreon supporters, Etta, sent me this beautiful craft folder. I love it. And so the other one is in here, and then I just have a notebook for me to write out different things, you know, study, practice, questions, what have you. And there's a lot of that stuff in the other planner that I need to transfer, but it's all set up. And so my goal for July is to get everything that is in the other planner fully transferred into this, and that I can use it as like my master study book until one day it's 100% filled up and I have to move on to a new one. Oh, and to put the tabs on here, I used my Dollar Tree permanent double-sided tape. And that was so easy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it just worked out. Sorry about that noise. It worked out perfectly. Yeah. So that is it. And then we just got one more little thing that I want to do for July, that basically I want to have a reason to use this. So I bought all of the Dollar Tree designs of these little, what do you call them, mini planners. You know, they're kind of made like mini happy planners. And this one says it's the little things in life. This one actually came with orange pages, but because I had 4 of these, I pulled, like, these will snap off. Well, let me do it. I took this one off of another one and put it on this one because I didn't want the orange paper. And what I'm going to do for this month is anytime I hear something on the radio or in a conversation or a speech or a sermon that's not a scripture, because I do have my Bible study and scripture and prayer stuff, but that's a quote that I want to remember, or an affirmation that's not one that I already have, that I want to be able to flip to and remind myself about. I'm going to make this basically a quotes and affirmations book. Yeah, my mentor, my friend B, who was my mentor for forever, she always kept a book of quotes. So that makes me think of her. And that's it. That's what I'm going to be doing in July, you guys. I will do an update probably the 3rd week. I don't know. Sometime, maybe the middle of July, of how it's going. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and like and comment and share. All those things help YouTube's algorithm recommend my videos so other people can join in as well. And if you're going to be participating in One Book July, be sure and watch Romany's Realm. Just search on YouTube for One Book July or One Book July 2021, and you can learn all about what the challenge is for this year. And then let me know if you plan on doing it or if you plan on challenging yourself at all in any way this month of July 2021. Also, I'm on Instagram, so if you haven't checked me out there yet, do so. It's at Organized Planner Chic, where I post all of my creative ventures and adventures. I have 2 Facebook groups. The one for anyone around the world is called Organized Planner Chic Crew, and there we do giveaways and we try to stay in touch just about every day with all different types of posts. And then the local one is called Phoenix Planner Friends for Christ, and there we meet in person once a month and have all types of planner fun. And then if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. And until next time, everyone, happy planning.